are in danger of not being carried on Comcast this coming season. So we're letting people know this to alert Comcast subscribers of a very real possibility that they may lose these games.
Okay, well then I'd like to know would they definitely be available on other cable providers?
Like Dish or DirecTV?
Right.
I'm going to presume that the answer is yes. Because I presume they'd have to be. Otherwise,
this is negotiation.
You think?
Yeah, this is negotiation that they want to get a deal done, and now they're forcing the hand publicly to get a response or to get the negotiation going so they get something done. That's my opinion. I think this is how it works. It's too bad it got to this point, or it's getting to this point already. But I mean, we're how many days out? A little over a month out. 40 days away from college football beginning?
Yep.
Hey man, let's get this done. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, let's start here and how this might impact us. Michigan State's opener against Utah State, Friday night, August 31st, BTN.
There you go. Right off the bat.
Yep. This is completely, is this the right schedule? Am I looking at the right schedule or not? Who does Michigan State open with? Yeah, this is the right schedule. Week 1, 2018. So that game wouldn't be on TV. Week 2, Western Michigan at Michigan. Noon start, FS1. That wouldn't be on TV. Who does Spartans play in week 2?
Arizona State. At Arizona State.
That's an ESPN game.
Yes. And then Indiana is 2.
That's like a 10:30 start, which is so weird.
10:45 start.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Very odd. Michigan's third game, 3:30, Southern SMU's coming in. 3:30 on BTN. Wouldn't be on TV. Now, let me ask you a question about the BTN. You think this is just negotiations, and I hope you're right. But something about BTN has always made me uncomfortable. Like, I don't quite trust it. Maybe it goes back to the beginning where it wasn't on, and nobody had it, and you knew there were games on TV and you weren't seeing them. I got really super mad at Comcast, but there's something, like, I can't believe that the Big Ten Network never went out and pilfered Kirk Herbstreit or somebody like that.
To get a high-profile announcer, studio announcer, or play-by-play.
When the Big Ten Network was at the forefront of conference networks. They were the first ones to do it. It was a business model that since just about everybody has followed. But the SEC went out and they pilfered Brent Musburger. Like, they went out and got one of the best. And BTN has done okay, but I always kind of feel like it's a shoestring budget and I shouldn't trust them.
Are you saying that Stanley Jackson and Howard Griffith aren't, like, and Jerry DiNardo, those aren't the big names? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm surprised as well. There are plenty of bigger names, but just because you have the bigger name doesn't mean you're a great broadcaster.
No, it doesn't.
And it's hard to. We know this business. It's not an easy business, and you got to cut your teeth somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, the former players that would have the high profile, look, some people just don't want to do the job. So
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, look at ESPN, all right, the biggest network for sports, and you go down the list, and once you get to like their C team of announcers or the D team of announcers, you're like, wow, what? Who is this guy?
Oh, I don't think it's people don't want to do it. I think it's. Are you talking
they don't have enough quality people then, because there are some look. I don't want to get into a debate of who's a good announcer and who's a bad announcer, but I think there's some really questionable announcers out there that do play-by-play to do color. I should say
somebody like a Chris Spielman. We've gotten sidetracked away from the original topic, but based upon what I think is a lot of shady, and that's not shady. It is
Done on the cheap?
Yeah, not first class.
It doesn't feel like it's been a first-class operation to Big Ten Network.
No.
It doesn't. And this isn't the first time that the Big Ten Network has gotten in some sort of spat with a cable provider, and there's been a threat of, oh, my God, we might not have Big Ten Network. Didn't this happen at the beginning of the season years ago? I thought there was
this isn't the first time?
Yeah, this doesn't strike me as being the first time.
No. If you look, though, at seriously, I think I'd take everyone. I was just brought up a list of ESPN's announcers and analysts: Herb Street, Desmond, Joey Galloway. I think I would take all of those guys over what the Big Ten Network has, and I don't even love them all.
Well, but Herbie and Desmond are on the big show, so that's like their A team.
I know.
All right, so then you got to start going below that and find the guys like, well, who was the guy I couldn't stand? He finally got out of it. Ed
Cunningham.
Ed Cunningham. Like, who the hell is Ed Cunningham? Right? Honestly. The Big Ten Network they have Chuck Long now.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's getting back to maybe where it needs to be, names like that.
Spielman would have been so good.
Spielman would be awesome. I agree with you
awesome.
100%. Spielman would be awesome, but maybe that's not what Chris Spielman wants to do.
Okay. Well, again, we got sidetracked from the original topic. Brace yourself, unless this is just negotiating rhetoric and propaganda from the BTN. They're saying there's pretty much no significant talks between Comcast and the BTN. And all these games scheduled to be on FS1 or BTN, which includes a bunch of Michigan and Michigan State games, might go untelevised.
Well,
and if that's the case, well, they might go untelevised from if you have Comcast. And I'm looking at this right here. Michigan has 2 games that would be affected as of right now.
Well, anything else is TBD. I mean,
yeah, Western Michigan and SMU would be affected, and Michigan State, we mentioned the opener. And what else?
Well, that's all it has right now. Michigan State's schedule, at least according to ESPN, their schedule, everything else is to be determined.
Yeah. 248-539-9797, 97.1 a ticket.